We are on the road to the Future Games presented by Publix, with it all leading to LakePoint Sports July 24th through 28th. I'm Cory McCartney, joined by Prep Baseball Tennessee's Hunter Martin. And Hunter, the Senior Games division added this year. One of the players tuning up for Team Deep South is Tyelr Bennett. What are we going to see out of this 2025 two-way out of Christian Academy of Knoxville and BC Athletics?
Well, thanks for having me on, Cory. And to your point, I think you're going to be seeing a lot from Tyelr Bennett. He has been a guy that surprisingly has remained uncommitted, and in my opinion is a guy that has D1 talent. And just with the way things are trending now with transfer portals and things of that sort, where he's kind of been one of those guys that has kind of slipped through the cracks, in my opinion. But I think the talent level and the ability is obviously there, in my opinion, with Tyelr Bennett. So he was a guy that came to, I think, our one of the events about a year and a half ago. I saw him for the first time, was able to see him again this winter at one of our preseason all events up in Knoxville. And then he came to our Tennessee Top Prospects event this summer to kick off the summer, where it was a accumulation of some of the best players in the whole state with gameplay. And I tell you what, he was facing a dude on the mound that's going to be on our Future Games team this year. And he held his own. I think he went 2 for 3 in that game, played really good defensively up the middle, and also pitch was up to 87. So he's a guy that has a lot of talent at his disposal. And one thing about Tyelr too is he continues to get better. Going off of last year, I believe that he was, his max X velo was around 92, 93. This summer was 99. So that was a big jump with that. His infield velocity last year was 79 miles an hour up to 80. This summer it was up to 85, 86. So that's one thing I think we've been just seeing and trending with Tyelr is just his overall development has continued to climb. And he's one of those guys that I think he's 180 pounds now. I think last year he was 165 pounds. Now he's 6'2". He was 6 foot last year. So from what I've seen, I think he's one of those guys that's going to go to a program at the next level, that someone's going to get a really good prospect with him, a really good player, a really good team guy. And he's going to also just continue to get better and develop. And I think the sky's the limit for him, honestly.
As I mentioned, the Senior Future Games new for this year, watching the way that some players may develop later, as you just said, with Tyelr, and sometimes get overlooked, as you mentioned with Tyelr. What's it like from a state director standpoint to kind of see them get this platform?
I'm excited for them. Honestly, I think there's enough for going forward next year where we could even expand these teams to where, this is our first year doing that. But I was looking at my whole state individually, and I'm like, I could put a whole roster of 25 players together that are all really good, talented players that maybe just for one reason or another, whether it's in the summer or the spring, there just hasn't been seen as much as I think they should, or haven't had the chance to really perform in front of coaches as much as they would like to. Where I think there's a whole team that's available to me, and I'm sure other states too, where we probably could put 25 guys out there in a perfect world that all could go play at a high level at one point or another. But we're excited for it, truly. And to your point, I don't even know if it's so much later bloomers. I think the game's changed so much from the big league level down. And that's how I always view the game of baseball is whatever happens at the top level always trickles down to the bottom. And you're seeing that with velocity. You're seeing that with hitters and metrics and all these things where, 10 years ago, if someone was throwing 90 miles an hour as a senior, that was pretty good, really, really, really good. They're probably going to go play Power 5 now. So you're seeing those at the sophomore level, the freshman level, and then you're seeing a multitude of them. So I would even say so much it's later bloomer guys. I think it's just so much the game's changed and evolved so much where I think kids are getting, into a niche of training from a younger age now, and kind of streamlining that process from, age of 10 on, where these guys are just more talented at a younger age.
Well, it's certainly going to be an exciting time. Hunter, great stuff. Now let's hear from Tyelr Bennett.
And taking part in the first ever Senior Future Games, Tyelr Bennett of Christian Academy in Knoxville. Tyelr, man, appreciate the time.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
So obviously, as I mentioned, the first time for this event. Tell me, one, when you heard about this, that they were going to have this new division, what was your reaction then? How much did you want to be a part of it?
Oh, I was so pumped when they came out with this because I missed out on my opportunity last year. And it's just sort of, Lord has just shown me that this is out there for you, and just giving me another opportunity to get in front of a bunch of coaches and play against some great ball players from around the country.
How did you find out? And then obviously, I know you were obviously excited about it.
Yeah, so I found out on Twitter, I saw that, and I was talking to my parents about it, and they were just going to help me throughout, just try to get to that opportunity, try to play, and it just kind of saw the beginning of the summer and really just fueled my adrenaline to try to get there to that position.
We've got you at 6'8" in the 60. You got that exit velo around 98, getting close to triple digits. Obviously, those are measurables that just jump off the page. There's the showcase element to it. There's the game element to the future games. Where do you feel like you're going to shine? Are you more of a showcase guy, or do you feel like it shows up even better in game?
Yes, sir. I feel like I'm a good bit of a showcase guy, and I definitely have those tools to play in game. That's just sort of where I'm striving for right now, is to get those numbers sort of more consistent in the game.
When you think about the recruiting process to this point, what do you feel like, okay, they haven't noticed this part of my game, and that's what I'm hoping really shows out at Senior Future Games?
I'd say it's just my drive and my just sort of hustle. I love playing the game. I love getting after it, and I love just playing baseball. Every position, I love playing. Every spot in the order, the lineup, I love playing. I love pitching. It's just all that stuff is kind of just love being out on the field. Between
your high school team and BC Athletics, you obviously are in situations where you're around the guys you're used to playing with. This is going to be a situation where guys from different states are coming together for more regionalized teams. What's that going to be like? Kind of just coming together for some guys. Not that there's like this I'm out for myself kind of aspect of it, but quickly coming together with some guys and trying to figure out how to gel and game.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that might be a little bit of a difficult part for some people. I mean, I personally love meeting new people. I love getting out there and getting my name out there and just sort of talking to new people, and especially if they're from different states, like that's just a great opportunity to meet some new amazing players.
Tell me what kind of hitter you are. Like mentally, when you get into the box, what is that mental approach for you?
Yeah, I really just think fastball and adjust. That's sort of my big thing, is fastball early in the count and then adjust any off speed and just sort of get my timing ready for that fastball, and then keep it in the hip and hinge and just hold it until I get the off speed.
I want to see it in motion, so we're going to get that bat in your hand and have you take us to your setup.
Okay, so first I sort of just go behind the box and I hold my bat out and I look at this little baseball sort of just in the middle of my bat, and I take a deep in through the nose and out through the mouth, and then I kind of just get in a little like open stance, and I feel sort of just in my hip, and I just kind of feel it going first. And then I step up to the box, take another little deep breath. I do outside of the plate, inside of the plate, out towards the pitcher to try to keep my focus towards center field. And I come up, and then I'm ready to go.
Tyler, man, thank you so much for doing that. We will see you back here for the Senior Future Games. If you're not already, make sure you follow LakePoint Sports on all our social media channels. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and you get so much more happening here on campus.